Go on.
This is Pete Feenstra on Friday the 11th of February, talking to the guitar phenomenon that is Larry Miller at the Boom Boom Club, Sutton, Surrey, England, for all you American Larry fans out there. Great to have you here, Larry.
It's great to be here, Pete.
And that wasn't scripted, rehearsed or anything. On a sad note, we're just, you know, the death of Gary Moore is a very sad thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be down to people like you now to carry on the rock blues thing. I suppose you've thought with that already?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do a little tribute to him tonight, actually.
You are?
Yeah, because I think he was like sort of one of the last old school guitar heroes that we had. And I know sort of I know he wasn't a perfect guy, because none of us are, but musically I think he was really streets ahead of so many other players. I mean, today's guitarists, you know, they learn their guitars by sitting in front of computers, whereas Gary's, as myself, Gary's from the old school, where you sat in your bedroom and you just played your guitar, and you didn't have somebody saying, "Oh, put your fingers there, put your fingers there," and this is how you get to play like Hendrix. None of that. And so so when he went off on a solo, you actually took your places musically and sonically, and also I could feel, you know, his heart through his guitar. You know, so a great passionate player.
But he did come from an era where there were tons and tons of gigs, and he learnt all that, and he got his feel, his tone, his energy, his stage presence. You've grown up slightly after that. You're gigging incessantly, but nobody can pretend there's the same amount of gigs on the circuit now than there was then. And yet you've still achieved pretty much the same sort of thing. How did you do that? Same tone, same technique, same energy.
Well, yeah, because I've listened to a lot of players, the same players that Gary listened to, like, you know, Johnny Winter.
Yeah,
if you listen to his last album, there was a lot of Johnny Winter, and I grew up with Rory Gallagher, Johnny Winter, and Freddie King and BB King, and all these type of guitarists that Gary listened to.
Yeah.
So I do have that empathy bit, but I also like, you know, the Thin Lizzy, and I love all that stuff. But so long as the rock's got a heart to it, you know, and it touches, you know, your heart and soul. And,
I think that's a fair point. And we gotta say that this is 2011, but the last 12 months have been pretty stellar for you. You've recorded your best ever album, best-selling album, I think. Do you want to tell everybody what it's called?
Unfinished Business.
Unfinished Business.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's I just feel I'm really starting to develop, get to be where I should have been for a long time, because I sort of there's some photos on Facebook where I'm playing the marquee, you know, back in the 80s, and there's a great big crowd there and all the rest of it. So it's really sort of weird that, and then I sort of well, you know, sort of management problems and band problems, you know, and I sort of came out of it, and now coming back to it, it's taken a little bit longer than I would have thought it would have done. Yeah. But I'm the better player for it, and I've got a phenomenal band. And I'm really pleased with my writing. I've got Derek White on bass guitar, and Ian Salisbury on keyboards. Simon Baker is my old drummer from the 80s, actually. So him coming back to me, for him, is also, as he says, unfinished business. You know, because he had to leave the band, you know, back in those days. But so it's just a great band to have on board, and they're really great guys. And I'm honoured to be playing with those guys. And
as regards the gigs, you had two absolutely amazing shows in the last, well, more than two, but two we should talk about. The Cambridge Rock Festival, which was last summer, of course, and you've just done the Skegness Rock and Blues, where Larry incredibly played to 700 people in a 500 capacity venue. I've said that somewhere else this week. But I think they were pretty excellent gigs, weren't they?
I can't complain. Actually, I couldn't hear myself at all, because apparently the monitor for my vocal the amp went down. So but because I've got all this experience behind me, no one spotted the difference. And I've got a big mouth.
And a great stage show as well to carry it off.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the album, how long did that take to record?
Quite a long time. Because I'm upping the ante with not just my playing, but my writing, and I've always loved writing. In fact, I consider myself a writer first and foremost, guitarist and singer and all the rest of it after that. And so I've always felt, because I've had to sort of rush things, that I haven't actually been able to take the time that I'd like to do. And with this album, I feel a little bit more happier that I'm actually getting to be getting my songs. Where they should be.
And you got great reviews for the album. You've also been the GetReadyToRock.com album feature of the month.
And classic rock. Why isn't he a superstar?
Yes, quote unquote, and maybe you can answer that. I don't know.
Yeah, because I've been rubbish up till now.
No, you haven't.
Oh,
You've been steadily building it up, and I think this is your time now. I mean, we're talking a
Well,
number of
it's
years.
really exciting about the amount of gigs we're getting turning up, and they're actually sold out before.
Yeah, and you've also, of course, made forays into Europe, into France, Germany,
and that's going really,
and
really well
beyond.
too.
Yeah,
I'm back there in June.
yeah. So anybody out there in France, you know, Larry will be there.
Germany and Holland and Belgium.
Belgium, we nearly missed Belgium, which is a very important place for rock and blues and rhythm and blues. So tonight you're going to be playing the Boom Boom Club for I think the 3rd time. We're all looking forward to that. You're on a hat trick. I mean, is this going to be most of the new album you're going to be playing, or are you going to be dipping back into a bit of Rory and a bit of Gary Moore, as you said? And
That's just what I think I'm going to do.
Right.
We actually haven't actually got together to play this, but we're going to wing it.
It's something that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Well,
I feel I you know, it's what's required, and it's an honour, because I'm not worthy to turn his standby and put on. Really.
No, because you're going to give it a damn good go. Because you're Larry Miller, and I'm Pete Feenstra, and Eric Harvey's been on the camera, and it's been great talking to you, Larry, and we're going to have a great gig. And go and see Larry in 2011. It's his year. It's written in the stars.
And go and check Pete's gigs out as well, because he works really hard promoting these.
And also, please check out my Rock Blues video channel. There's a great preview of Larry on there as well, which you'll love. This has been Pete Feenstra, talk to Larry Miller at the Boom Boom Club Sutton. Thanks very much and good night.
Good night.